top O on the boost.
Not quite. I had a lovely broadhead that I was using, and I'm sure I put it in here by mistake the other night, and it stayed in there when I pulled the bolt out.
Hello everybody, it's been a while. Well, there's something you wouldn't want to get hit with. Another nice set of bolts I made the other day. Let's have a look at it. I haven't done much to this since the last time you saw it. I've added a handle there because I like to hold it there. Made some super duper heavy duty cables that just aren't wearing at all, and I've taken these things off because it seemed to bind the cams. It seems happier without them. And this main string I've had in there for a long time now. Probably 1,500 or more shots on that. And again, that's pretty much as good as the day I put it on. I've made a new mill table and the handles come today, so I'll get that on the drill soon, and then I can mill these barrels properly. That little mill I bought, that just weren't really quite up to it. But that one will be. This set of bolts you've seen before, I made 3 of those. And I found that some of those shafts have got a join in the centre tube, and over a 1 degree helical on the fletchings, they're spinning so fast when they come to a stop in the target, the back end of the bolt is still wanting to spin and it snaps them where that join is, like that. So that was a shame. And I also broke that one in Ville's bow with a 2 degree helical on it. That spun so fast, that just snapped as soon as it hit the target. Sound like an elephant standing on a branch when it happens. My pigeon on the feeder, can you see him? I bet he don't even fly away when I know. shoot this. No, he's still there. Look. Really doesn't care. You normally stay on it when I come out. Scuttle away, little pigeon. Oh, voila, look at that. For all you guys that are contacting me on eBay regarding getting bows done, I'm afraid eBay don't like that because that get monitored. So if you want to contact me, please do so on that number. Okay. So yeah, what have I been up to the last few weeks? Well, I've been busy. It seems like every time I try and get something done for myself, loads of orders come in that I have to stop and do. I've made myself 2 new string jigs. This one is dedicated just for cables. I've got one of my new super heavy duty ones that are these. They're completely served rather than having that big loop in them, and they're double served as well. So when that serving's being pulled, that's not going anywhere. They're working really well. These are just doing superb. Certainly is a very reliable bow. Oh, I cocked it the other week, and the return spring broke on the cocking mechanism, just like my Draken did. But I bought another body and everything in a cocking mechanism and that off eBay, a supersonic one. I was going to build it as a little supersonic, and I was going to do it to shoot these little 3-fletched ones. But I had to rob the spring out of it and put in here. So that is slowly getting rebuilt as with the Draken riser and that on it, and I've got the slightly longer limbs with the hex cams because I tried them in the rev and they didn't work, so I'm gonna try them in the forward facing limbs. Hopefully that'll work. New roller hold down for the Draken and Supersonic, which are on eBay. Supersonic rollers, I did have 3, but one has just sold, again on eBay. I've got some decent bolts people were asking for on eBay, but things aren't getting very many views. And also on bids on eBay is this nice Rev string set. So it's on bids, and it's only got 1 watcher, new bids, and it's got less than 24 hours on it now. So if you want to grab a cheap string, there's one on eBay. Yeah, made this now so that I can mill what I need to mill on them bows, and bought some really nice ball screws for it. Took a couple of 3 weeks to make, but all 19 kilos of it. So I can get on with those barrels now. Yeah. Made lots of bolts.
Lots and lots of bolts. Quite interesting results. It's funny how you can make 3 identical bolts, 3 fletched, so they're only going in one way, and you'll find maybe 2 will go in the exact same place and 1 will be quite a bit different, like an inch or 2 or sometimes 3. But then if you pull the knock out and turn it 120 degrees, so you're on a different fletching at the bottom, you'll get a perfect 320 degrees where it goes around the target rather than in the center of it. So you get a slight bend in one of these. That's just what they want to do. Yeah, not really a huge amount been happening.
I can't remember which one it is, but one of these is 10 grains lighter than the other 2. Let's go whiz these out. So yeah, as you can see, 3 identical bolts, and it's funny though because fine. It's funny, what last Sunday one of those kids decided to undo my bird feeder and tip it all out on the ground and then pull the post out, and he tried to break it, and then he filled it up with, or tried to fill it up with water with that. Had a right little rummage around for about 6 or 7 minutes. Little hooligan. Let's see if I can get these off. Yeah, funny old things, crossbow bolts. I've got some sets that just all go in the exact same place, and then even though I've made them all perfectly the same, they're just, well, within a little, but not quite like this set. They are all within an inch. Well, the nights are pulling in rather rapidly now. Very pleasant evening now for September. Yeah, so don't forget. Had a lot of people ask for these. Could I sell them on eBay? And I went and ordered all the stuff from China, and I sat there for a whole night making all these. Got them on there. Now, these so-called Pro bolts on eBay, supersonic ones, with that adapter, that is rubbish. In the rev, this will stop before you even get to your string, so you'll get a ½ inch of dry fire, which will shove that silly plastic knock that ain't glued in down the shaft. The shaft will all split open, and then it cuts your string in half. Don't it, Jamie? And they are £11.90 each and £4.99 postage. And they weigh about 138 grain. And I've got my sets on for 4. They're all in sets of 4 for $39.99. And these are just superb. This shaft is slightly thicker as well than the last lot I got. It's 5.9, whereas previous it was 5.4, I believe. So they're a bit heavier with the 100 grain tip in these. What were they weighing? I can't remember now. 200 and some odd anyway. I haven't listed them yet, but we've also made a set of what they call deep penetration bolts. Just got to figure out what I'm gonna actually sell them for, but these are 190 grain. Very nice. Anyway, so yeah, anybody that wants to get in contact about either buying one of these, because I am going to start making them. Just got to buy some dragons in to use for parts, or if you want your rev done, then okay, text me or WhatsApp me on that number that was on that target. Or there it is again. And I'll get back to you. So I can't, if I answer on eBay, chances are it don't go through because they monitor it, and they really don't like outside activities. So yeah, be good. We'll catch up soon.